Loathsome. Harry slagged off on the way to UK to create a big buzz as obsessed with fame in US. Prince Harry is under pressure to keep the royal link with his family for attraction and appeal in the US, a royal commentator claimed. Prince Harry is facing immense pressure to visit the royal family in the UK to keep the Sussex brand up overseas. Royal commentator Richard Eden agreed with fellow expert Kate Mansey's assessment that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex would need to maintain their royal links to protect their attraction and appeal in the US. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are reportedly eager to return to the UK, and speculation remains about the pair holding their daughter Lilibet's christening in the presence of the Queen. Palace Confidential host Joe Elvin said, "It's clear that the pressure is on Harry to make a return visit to the UK." Mr. Eden replied, "Well, I think the pressure would come from himself as well. I mean, as Kate says, they need to keep up that royal link, and that's what gives them the attraction and appeal in America. I'm sure Harry, and maybe Meghan less so, but they do want to come back to Britain, and I mentioned last week about the christening, you know, Lilibet's christening. They want a royal christening for her, and that's the sort of thing that keeps that royal brand up. But what are the practicalities? Where would they stay? What protection will they get?" He added, "It's just become so complicated, hasn't it? Such a headache any time, and the last thing the Queen wants in this, what's meant to be a joyful year, is headaches worrying about these difficult guests." Prince Charles is believed to have extended an olive branch to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, requesting them to stay with him on their visit to the UK. A close palace source said that the Prince of Wales misses spending time with his grandchildren. They said, "The Prince of Wales has been saddened that he hasn't had the opportunity to spend time with his grandchildren, which he really does miss. He is a fantastic grandfather and loves playing the role immensely, and it's certainly fair to say he feels there is something missing from his life without the ability to get to know Harry's children. This is something he is hoping to remedy, which is why he made the gesture for Harry, Meghan, and the children to stay with him if they wanted to, whenever they may come home for a period of time." An insider told The Sun, "There has been a definite thaw in relations between Harry and Charles. They are on much better terms and have been having friendly chats and video calls. It has been suggested to Harry he may live to regret any lingering family bitterness, and he has taken that on board. There is a feeling he is coming back more into the fold and wants to be closer to his family." Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have issued a statement addressing the ongoing row about COVID misinformation on Spotify. In the past week, several musicians including Neil Young and Joni Mitchell have called for their music to be removed from the streaming service. Neil Young specifically took issue with the platform for hosting the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, which has been accused of spreading false information about coronavirus and the COVID vaccine. On Sunday morning, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, who signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Spotify in 2020, spoke out about the matter in a joint statement. "Since the inception of our duel, we have worked to address the real-time global misinformation crisis," they said. "Hundreds of millions of people are affected by the serious harms of rampant mis and disinformation every day." Harry and Meghan continued, "Last April, our co-founders began expressing concerns to our partners at Spotify about the all-too-real consequences of COVID-19 misinformation on its platform. We have continued to express our concerns to Spotify to ensure changes to its platform are made to help address this public health crisis. We look to Spotify to meet this moment and are committed to continuing our work together as it does." The royal couple signed their exclusive deal with Spotify, rumored to be worth around £18 million, in December 2020. In that time, they've released just one episode of their podcast, a 34-minute Christmas special featuring appearances from Sir Elton John, James Corden, George the Poet, and Naomi Osaka, as well as their then one-year-old son Archie. As well as their then